Hello besties, I'm here to do Theme Thursday, which I believe is Swan Lake. Now this little girl wasn't very happy because she couldn't get to a lake, but she has got her sea glass here. It is actual sea glass, so she's looking at that. It looks to me like a beautiful dragonfly has come down to see what she's doing, so she kind of suspected there's something there and she's half looking. But I'm going to tell her a story, and the story is called Swan Lake. Once upon a time, there were two very beautiful people. One was a prince and one was a princess. Now, sadly, the beautiful princess had been bewitched by a magic man, and he had made it so that during the day she would be a beautiful swan, but in the evening she would once more be her beautiful self. Now, the prince had got to the age where it was time for him to find himself a wife, and his mother had given him a large birthday party. And at the birthday party, he was presented with a crossbow as a gift. So him and some of his other fellow friends went off into the forests to hunt. He knew he must soon be married, but he tried to put that thought behind him for now. Eventually, after a number of hours, the prince finds himself in a beautiful spot by a magnificent lake, and he sits quietly and watches some beautiful swans swimming on the lake. But one of the swans is more outstandingly beautiful than any, and he watches her and marvels at her beauty. As dusk begins to fall, the beautiful swan turns once more into Odette, the Swan Queen. Odette tells the prince of the horrible magic man and what he has done to her and her friends, the other girls that were swans on the lake. She tells him that it is said that the lake is made of the tears of the parents of the swans. She said there was only one way to break the spell, and it's for her to have the man, pure of heart, fall in love with her. Just as the prince goes to tell her of his love for her, the magic man returns and takes Odette away from him and makes the swans swim on the lake and cause a kerfuffle so that the prince cannot get to where Odette is. The next day, the prince just cannot forget the beautiful swan princess Odette. And at a party for him to pick a wife that his mother had made, he is shown many beautiful ladies, and he is told to pick a wife by his mother. He just cannot, but he decides to dance with each of the beautiful girls just to please his mother. Suddenly, trumpets announce the arrival of Von Rathbart. He is the bad man, the magic man. He brings with him his daughter, Odella. The magic made Odella look like Odette, and the prince is enchanted with her, thinking he's got back his swan princess, and dances with her all evening. But what the prince does not know, that while this is going on, the beautiful swan, Odette, is sitting and watching him with tears in her eyes. And at the point where the prince tells Odelle he loves her and asks her to marry him, Odette runs away and is extremely sad and tormented, for she loves the prince and she knows the prince loves her. The prince looks up, and at this time he sees Odette running away, and he realises his mistake. And Van Rothbart shows the true face of his daughter, and the prince realises this is not his beautiful swan princess. And the prince runs out of the ball and runs after Odette. Odette had made her way back to the lake and joins the other swan girls. They're all sad and very, very hoping that something good could happen to them. The prince finds Odette and explains he was tricked and whom he was tricked by, and she forgives him, and they cuddle each other and kiss. Just then, Von Rathbart and Odelle come into their true forms, evil, unhuman and bird-like creatures, and they stand before the prince and the princess. The magic man tells the prince that he has promised to marry his daughter and he must do so. And then a fight begins, a scuffle. The prince says he would rather die with Odette in the depths of the lake than marry the magic man's daughter. And he and Odette jump in. The spell is at once broken, and all the other swans turn back into the beautiful village girls. They chase the two bad people away. They chase them into the lake, where they drowned too. And the girls stand at the edge of the lake and watch as the two spirits of the prince and Odette, holding each other in their arms, go up to heaven above the lake to be together in love forever. And that's the end. And that's basically Swan Lake. What do you think, little one? Did you enjoy the story? I see you've got your swan dress on today. Let's show everyone. Ooh, look, she's got her swan dress on. Oh, sorry, a bit wobbly there. She's got her swan dress on. She's got her crown on to celebrate the prince and princess. Sparkly Dragon Queen. And down here, she has her jewels, but these really are sea glass. And I wash them and they come up so sparkly when you wash them. I don't think you can kind of see. They're so pretty. Smoothed by the waves. Beautiful. Because we hadn't got a lake, so we had to go with the sea theme. Oh, little bits of glass stuck between my fingers. Anyway, that's our theme Thursday. We hope you like it. I want you to really enjoy the rest of your day. And please take care of each other, because that's really important. Love you. Bye from me. Take care.